Welcome everyone. If you're preparing for an SAP BW interview and wondering how to frame your answers confidently, you're in the right place. Today, we'll walk through the top 15 frequently asked SAP BW interview questions, and not just dry textbook definitions, but real professional answers like you'd actually give in an interview setting. Stay tuned till the end to boost your interview skills and land that dream SAP BW job. So your first question is, what is SAP BW and how does it work? Answer. In simple terms, SAP BW stands for Business Warehouse. It's a data warehousing platform that helps in collecting, transforming, and consolidating data from different sources so that it can be used for reporting and analysis. BW mainly used to build data models, ETL processes, and create reports for decision-making. It works by extracting data, transforming it based on business logic, and then loading it into structured formats for analysis. Question number 2. What are InfoObjects in SAP BW? Answer. InfoObjects are the smallest building blocks in BW. They're like the DNA of all reporting. We use them to model data. For example, characteristics like customer, material, and key figures like sales revenue. They're crucial for defining dimensions and measures in data models. Question number 3. Can you explain what an Infoprovider is? Answer. An Infoprovider is any object where we store data for reporting purposes. It could be a cube, DSO, or even a multi-provider. In one of my projects, I used an InfoCube to store aggregated sales data and DSOs for detailed transactional records. Question number 4. What is the difference between InfoCube and DSO, data store object? Answer. I usually think of InfoCubes as being for summarized analytical reporting, whereas DSOs are for detailed transactional data. In practice, DSOs allow overwrite functionality and are great for cleansing and harmonizing data before we move it into cubes. Question number 5. What are process chains? Answer. Process chains are automation tools in BW. I've used them extensively to schedule and monitor ETL jobs like data loads, activation, and index building. They basically link multiple processes into a sequence, so once data extraction finishes, the next transformation step kicks off automatically. Question number 6. How do you handle data load failures? Answer. First, I check the error logs on the PSA to identify the root cause. Depending on the error, I either correct the faulty records and reload them, or restart the failed step if it was a temporary issue like a timeout. Question number 7. What is a multi-provider? Answer. A multi-provider is like a virtual layer that combines data from multiple info providers without physically copying the data. In one of my projects, I used multi-providers to create a consolidated sales dashboard by merging regional sales InfoCubes. Moving to your next question. Question number 8. What is the difference between OLAP and ETL in BW? Answer. OLAP is about analyzing and reporting on the data that's already been loaded. Slicing, dicing, aggregations. ETL, on the other hand, is the process of extracting, transforming, and loading data into BW. I've worked in both areas, building ETL flows and designing OLAP queries. Question number 9. What is a BX query? Answer. BX queries are customized reports built on info providers. I've created several BX queries for business users, adding calculated key figures, restricted key figures, and conditions to meet specific reporting needs. Question number 10. How is data modeled in SAP BW? Answer. I follow a layered architecture. First, staging the raw data in DSOs, then cleansing and harmonizing it, and finally, moving it into InfoCubes or composite providers for reporting. Good data modeling ensures high performance and scalability in reporting. Question number 11. What are the different types of data store objects, DSOs, in BW? Answer. There are standard DSOs, write-optimized DSOs, and direct update DSOs. Standard DSOs are for detailed, delta-capable storage. Write-optimized DSOs are used for faster loads without keys. Direct update DSOs are for real-time data from external systems. Question number 12. What are key figures and characteristics? Answer. Characteristics are descriptive data like product, region, while key figures are measurable data like revenue or quantity sold. In modeling, characteristics define the dimensions, and key figures provide the numbers we want to analyze. Question number 13. Can you explain delta mechanism in SAP BW? Answer. Yes, the delta mechanism captures only the new or changed records from the source system after an initial load. I've implemented delta loads using different delta types like after image, before and after image, and changelog readings for efficient data extraction. Question number 14. What is SAP BW on HANA? How is it different? Answer. SAP BW on HANA means running BW on SAP's in-memory HANA database. The major advantage is speed. Reporting, data loads, and query performance are much faster. Also, data modeling becomes more simplified because HANA handles complex calculations at the database layer. So the final question, number 15, is, what are some performance optimization techniques you follow in SAP BW? Answer. Focus on minimizing data volume, using aggregates, indexing key fields, and tuning queries with restricted key figures and calculated key figures. On HANA, I leverage HANA-optimized Infoproviders and push intensive calculations to the database layer. And that's a wrap. These 15 SAP BW questions and answers should give you a strong foundation to face your next interview with confidence. Remember, interviews aren't just about technical knowledge, but also about how clearly and confidently you communicate your experience. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment if you have any questions. I reply to every comment. And hey, if you want more such practical interview tips and SAP content, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.